Hello Cancer, welcome. I'm Lucia and today I'm doing a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. 3 cards for Cancer. What do we need to know right now? We have the 2 of Feathers, the 4 of Crystals, and a Shadow. I'll just put these cards down. We have the 2 of Feathers, Decisions and Direction. There could be 2 different paths or 2 different things that you could be deciding. For some people, this can mean a decision being made. For others, there can also be something here that you just, you could have on your mind, but you may have to push it aside for now for whatever reason. So that's going to depend on your situation. So take what resonates and always be true to yourself, Cancer. We have the 4 of Crystals, Control and Security. There could be something here about really, knowing how much to give. It could be financially or it could be energetically. So there's something here about how are you able to do something, but at the same time without losing either too much money or too much energy. So there's something here about finding a balance for now at this time. We have the Shadow, self-empowerment and ambition. There could be things you could be learning about yourself. There could be major personal growth. There could be a big transformational time here where you could be releasing things and staying strong to do what's right for you. Like there's something here about releasing blocks, breaking chains, anything that's not productive, anything that's like, you could be looking at things like and asking yourself, is this productive or is this destructive? And there's this thing you could be going through here, change for personal growth. So what else do we have for Cancer right now? By the way, happy birthday, Cancer. Birthday wishes coming your way. Happy birthday wishes. We have the King of Wands, the King of Fire. We have the 3 of Swords. And we have the 2 of Wands. There's something here about major determination, unstoppable energy here with your goal. So you could be staying very consistent or you could be very determined to reach, like you're not going to stop until you get to that goal. There could be something here also of if you reach the goal, you could be looking for the next thing to keep going. We have this 3 of Swords, so you could be also healing some kind of hurt or disappointment with this. So you could be feeling your feelings a little bit. At the same time, I feel like there's opportunities here. We have the 2 of Wands with that 2 of Feathers here, which is the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Wands. It makes me think that some of you may have, there's someone here that has a decision to make. There's 2 different energies or 2 paths. So let's pull cards. What is this King of Wands about for Cancer? I feel like that's your card. We have Charity. That is Saturn and Cancer energy. What is the 3 of Swords? And what is the 2 of Wands? What's one energy and what's the other energy for the 2 of Wands? If this has to do with a path, and if this doesn't have to do with a path, what is that energy? Let's get 3 different types of energies for that 2 of Wands, depending on your situation. Okay. So we have the King of Wands with this Charity card, the Saturn in Cancer energy. There could be something here you're determined to do, and it's going to be like the event or the end goal, and this could be affecting you in your personal life as well. There could be something here with mother. There could be something here with children, siblings. For some, there could be something here with daughters. For others, there's this thing of whatever you do, it's important to stay consistent because that's what's going to be giving you that end result. There's something here about staying determined because that consistency will bring success. And then we have this Independence card with the 3 of Swords. So there's this Moon in Aquarius. You could be feeling your feelings right now, but there could be some deep things you could be learning about yourself, about people. You could be seeing things like trusting your intuition, feeling that. There could be something here with the people around you as well. That could be, if anyone around you disappointed you, this could be like in social groups or something like that. So you could be finding your social group or your partners or your people community. That's the word I was looking for. So you could be looking for that, or finding this, or changing this around, or feeling like something's changing in that situation. So pay attention to what this is teaching you. Cancer, we have the Two of Wands, and so if we have two different decisions here, two paths. The energies around these paths, there's this Mars in Sagittarius energy with this domination. There could be something here where one path seems like it could be exciting, but yet at the same time it could be something that could be heavy or difficult or more challenging. Even though it could be something good about this path or this decision, there could be something that seems exciting, but at the same time could turn out to be an excitement with a burden or something like that, you know, like a more heavier situation. And then we have the other energy for the other path or the other decision, which is this enthusiasm, the Sun in Sagittarius energy. So we have two cards of Sagittarius, which is something that's exciting and something where there's room to grow. But we have the Mars energy here and we have the Sun energy here. So one of them seems like it could be a more happier situation or more successful or easier. So there's something here about making an important decision for some of you. That could be what that Two of Swords is about. For others, there could be this. There's this card of control. This Jupiter in Capricorn energy with that Two of Wands. So there could be something here where you're seeing something in the future. This could be with a professional life where you would like to have more control in your situation, more responsibility, or something where you have a little more freedom to do things how you think is right, or how you feel like it aligns with you, with your purpose, in a more caring way, I feel, with this, because there's something here about doing something with purpose. So depending on that, take that how it resonates, Cancer, because that can resonate different for everyone, and never take what does not resonate. Okay, so Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands. We have a lot of wands here, so there's a lot of fire energy, but there's also a lot of busyness here. So I see a lot of busyness. We have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is movement. There could be something here where you have to make a quick decision or take a quick action. There's something here about movement. You could be thinking about moving, or you could be thinking of travel for some. It depends, because this card is a card of movement. It could be quick if it's a time thing. So depending on how that is in your situation, Cancer. So let's see what this is about. Eight of Wands for Cancer. We have the Flattery card, this Venus and Gemini energy. There could be something here where, like, you could be thinking, when is the right time to make a move or do something? There could be a travel involved, but there could be something coming out of this that could be nurturing what you want to do, or making you be recognized for something. There's something here attached to this action that could be making you be recognized. There's also something here about the way you communicate with people and what you do with your actions that could be turning a situation for your highest good. It could be adding success to whatever it is that your goal is here. It could be working in your favor, your ability to communicate. There's also something here about taking your time with something. So there is something here about movement, but it's like you have to be quick thinking. So you could be feeling like you have to think quick. So in other words, it's not really taking the time in a long term, but it's like analyzing stuff in your mind to make sure it's the right thing or something like that. We have the Nine of Wands. So this is working really hard. This is really, the Nine of Wands is really feeling it, like really being like pulled in different directions, or having a lot of responsibility, or just sticking, staying strong no matter what, and staying consistent. So there's this card here of overwhelmed, taking on a lot. We have this cautious Mercury and Virgo energy. So this can mean making sure you are balancing for wellness purposes. If you are overworking, overburdened with work or physical things, whatever it is that you're doing, responsibilities. So there's a card here of self-care. There's this caution card. This can mean taking care for wellness purposes, stress-wise. This can also mean that there could be a lesson here, what needs to change. For some of you with this Mercury in Virgo energy. So you could be looking to find a way to make a change so you have more balance in this situation. For some, there's something here about asking for help from others, but this could be difficult or not. It depends on your situation. So really giving yourselves what you need in this. I feel like there's a need for balance here. Cancer, we have the Eight of Swords, and there could be something here where you could be feeling like an emotional situation could be on your mind, and this could be hard to let go of. So there's something here about, depending on what it is, if this thing is over, not to hang on to this thing, to stay present. But if it's something that you need to take care of, then it's about finding a solution here. So there's this escape. So it's about freeing yourself. For some, it can mean wishes coming true. For some, there could be intuitive work here as well. So this card can mean a lot of things. There could be something here about taking a little break, taking a little vacation, taking some time for yourself. Could be very good for you to clear or even process. There could be some emotional stuff you could be processing, or switching any limiting beliefs, because the Eight of Swords usually is where we're like stuck in the emotional, that we need to get out of that stagnation mode into something else. So but this doesn't mean that you're stagnant with action, because I feel like you're busy, but there could be something on the mind that maybe needs more attention, needs more love, you know. So there's something here about processing something so you can heal it, move on, and also giving yourself a break if you need that, so that you can clear your energy, or whichever that, you know, whatever you need with that. What else do we have for Cancer? What else do we have for Cancer? We have the Queen of Pentacles. There's something about networking. Somebody could be really proud of the work that you're doing. There's something about networking. Some of you could be doing something, changing, decorating, or doing something with your space, making something beautiful here. Some of you could be planning something, meetings or something like that. So what's going on with this Queen of Discs or this Queen of Pentacles for Cancer? We have endurance. This can mean a strength card with these two cards together. We have the Sun in Scorpio energy. There could be something here, seeing how far you're going. I feel like there's something here about being proud of yourself. There could be others seeing you, being proud of you. If there's a boss, they could be very happy with what you're doing. There could be a promotional thing here with your skills. There's something here, I feel like you've proved to yourself how strong you are, maybe even to others as well. There's something here about you have become of value, or you are of value to a workplace or your business even. You could, if it's a business, I feel like there's something here about your connections and strengthening connections or networking for some. So there's a lot with this. But this is also taking your lessons and moving forward. You could be planning and strategizing a little bit differently. Some of you, there could be something here with investments as well, with money, doing things different for long-term situations, but also the strength in your choices, the strength in your intelligence when it comes to this, or your skills even. For some, there could be physical strength as well, depending on, you know, stress and wellness. There could be something here with that as well, seeing results of your changing habits, lifestyle changes for health. If that part of the reading resonates with anybody, Cancer, that is for you. We have the Six of Discs. This is that card, you know, when whatever you put into here will come out. So it's like whatever you're doing for others, in turn, is going to be bringing that energy back to you. So there's something here about the purpose, sticking to your purpose. And I feel like that is your energy, Cancer. I do think that whatever you do it with purpose, and that's really important. So there's something here about that, you know, staying consistent with that. We have the Ace of Cups, and you see that empty basket there? There's a new opportunity here to fill up your cup with something. So what is this Ace of Cups about for Cancer, this new opportunity for Cancer? I feel like it wants to come out. We have this order card, Moon in Virgo and Exaltation, Moon in Taurus. Things look good with, I feel like when your professional life or something like that, like your professional life or goals, there could be an opportunity here that feels really good. You could be growing with this if it's business. And you could be really having skills when it comes to being resourceful, you know, making the right decisions, you know, whether it's financially or how you're going to go moving forward. So there could be new opportunities coming because of this, which will give you more of this energy in here. So there could be something new growing. For some, there could be something with personal life and home. There could be something with personal life at home. And sometimes the financial stuff or the professional stuff, if things work out well there, then it does make things easier in the home too. So depending on the situation. Let's see what else we have here. There's something here about being happy with the value, like how much you're valued, or being happy with an exchange. If there's an exchange for services or something like that. There's something here of being happy with the results or negotiation. If there's a negotiation, there's something here of having a more less stressful situation, more calm, working smarter, not harder. That's been coming up a lot lately for everybody, Cancer. So what else do we have? What do we have for Cancer? I feel like that's your card. We have Rosemary, remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness. I feel like there's something here about being faithful to yourself, being committed to yourself. Also, with, you know, whatever you believe in. I feel, especially when it comes to the work that you do, there's something here about doing it right, and being very smart and gaining knowledge, because this Rosemary is very good for memories and remembering things. So if you're studying for something, if you're learning more about a skill or whatever it is that you're doing, if you're learning something new, this is a good herb for that. We have time, presence, and self-awareness. And this is the scent, by the way, from, I know, like the smell of it, you know, it wakes you up. It makes you remember things. We have time, we have presence and self-awareness. This is about staying present, not staying stuck, you know, in the past, not worrying about the future, but staying mindful, because that is where true life really exists, in the moment of now, in the present moment. We have potion, invigoration, and empowerment. Potion is, you know, is what we blend. What can we create? It could be energetically. It can mean essential oils. You know, it can mean like, what is your thing? You can even take crystals. You know, what gives you energy? So it's the energies. Like, what can you combine together, or what can you add that can make you feel this this empowering? Because I feel like you're living this empowerment life, but there could be some emotional things going on. So what crystals can you use? What tools can you use to keep you grounded, to keep you in a place where you feel this this beautiful, invigorating energy here? So what else do we have for Cancer? We have surrender, letting go is the key to freedom. Release attachment and trust the process. Surrender control today. Trust that what is meant for you will come effortlessly. This is if anyone's hanging on to anything from the past that they don't need to. I mean, if you're still processing, then that's different. You hold on to what you need to process, but anything else that you already got the lesson from, it's releasing any, you know, scenarios that could be replaying on your mind, because you don't want those chemicals, your body to go through those same emotions, you know, especially if you're dealing with a wellness stuff, you know. Again, so it's not carrying extra burdens, you know, not any more burdens than you need to with this. We have the feather there. And we got that Two of Feathers, you know, here. We have the feathers up here. So what else do we have for Cancer? You know what? Let's read them. I think they are yours. all of them. As you connect to spirit, you draw closer to your highest self. You do. So find that time for quietness, find that little getaway, that little escape, you know, come back to yourself, use those crystals, you know, tune into your higher self, your spirituality, embrace what you've learned and cherish your experiences because they are divinely fated. You know, sometimes we go through things because it pushes us to get uncomfortable so that we can thrive, like we can make changes and not get too comfortable, you know, because if we get too comfortable, then we may not push, we may not turn that discomfort into fuel for something that we want to grow. We have a perspective. It's a matter of where you stand. It's true. Sometimes, you know, when you see things from a higher perspective, and I think you guys do, Cancer, you know, it really changes, it shifts things, seeing the whole picture. This is your time to step up and lead from your soul. There's this thing about guarding yourself with that armor, guarding your heart, and keep moving forward with your goals. And I feel like you are doing that. I feel like you have done that. I feel like that's where this King of Fire comes in here, this King of Wands, because he is unstoppable. And we have, when you bond with someone in spirit, you both become a greater force for good. This is really finding your people. You know, sometimes you have this connection, you meet somebody and you just feel like you've known them forever. There's a reason there. There's a reason for that. Sometimes the universe, when you don't have support in one way, the universe gives you either strangers or people you don't expect to have that connection with. You know, and that's amazing. Getting back to this card, this reminds me of the Chariot, this message, because the Chariot is the card of Cancer, protects their heart and keeps moving forward. So with that, I wish you well, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.